The woman charged in the fatal shooting that went viral after being captured on cell phone video is back in Baltimore. Investigators say Unique Thorne fled to Ohio shortly after the shooting back in March.
A group of people cheering, not for a performer, but for someone in a confrontation that actually happened. It ended with a woman losing her life and the person responsible miles away before the cops pulled up. This happened in Baltimore, a city known for its grit and its history. And that day, both played out at once. Shakima Turner was 31 years old, mother of 2 children, Baltimore native. According to her social media accounts, she was in a relationship and doing well with her kids. Her posts were filled with pictures of her children. That was her world. Then there was Unique Thorne, 26, lived in the same city, no known criminal history, no background that would make anyone think she was the kind of person to end up in handcuffs, let alone become the focus of a serious investigation. But then came him, the man at the center of it all. His name hasn't been released publicly, and maybe that's for the best, because this is about what 2 women did in connection to him, and what that cost. By the time the day ended, one of them was gone, and the other one, on the run. The tension between Shakima Turner and Unique Thorne had allegedly been building for some time. According to people who lived in the area and knew both women, there had allegedly been multiple confrontations over the man they both reportedly had romantic involvement with. Shakima, along with a group of women, had reportedly come to Unique Thorne's house several times trying to confront her. They were shouting, banging on doors, demanding she come outside to fight. A witness said the incident stemmed from multiple arguments throughout the day between Turner and Thorne. The tension had allegedly been escalating for hours. According to what Unique later told detectives, during what she described as a third encounter with the group of individuals, someone allegedly injured her during the confrontation. This claim was her initial explanation to police about why she felt threatened. She went back inside her house, but she didn't let it end there. What happened next was caught on video. The cell phone footage captured the chaos that unfolded on East Preston Street. In that video, you see a woman running fast. People are standing around watching. Some are yelling, and not in panic but in support. Instead of trying to de-escalate the situation or call for help, bystanders can be heard supporting the situation.
Say it out! Yeah! Yeah! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
The woman in the video, identified later by police as Unique Thorne, kept running down East Preston Street. She pursued several women who are ahead of her running in the same direction, but she didn't focus on any of them running directly in front of her. Instead, she changes direction, turns to her right. Then the tragic incident occurred, and then Shakima Turner went down. After the incident, people scattered, as one witness put it. Everybody left the lady alone on the corner. Emergency responders arrived shortly after receiving 911 calls about the incident. Shakima Turner was found and was immediately transported to a local hospital. Despite medical efforts, she did not survive her injuries. Meanwhile, Unique Thorne didn't wait around. She left the scene immediately, but she didn't disappear. She went down to the police station that same day, sat down with detectives, and gave them her version of events. During her interview with Baltimore City Police detectives, Unique Thorne admitted to her involvement in the incident that ended Shakima Turner's life. She told investigators that she had felt threatened after allegedly being injured during what she described as a third encounter with a group of individuals, including Turner, who had arrived at her home to confront her. She said she had been attacked earlier and that she feared for her safety and was acting in self-defense. But when officers started reviewing the cell phone footage and gathering more details from witnesses, they realized something didn't add up. The video evidence painted a very different picture than the one Unique Thorne had described to detectives. The footage clearly showed her pursuing the group down the street, not defending herself from an immediate threat. As investigators continued gathering evidence and reviewing witness statements, they realized that Unique Thorne had not been entirely truthful during her initial interview. The evidence contradicted key elements of her story. By the time police moved to arrest her, she was gone, disappeared, gone from Baltimore. The search for Unique Thorne began immediately. Baltimore police worked with federal authorities to track down the suspect. Her name went from local whispers to national headlines as the disturbing video continued to circulate on social media platforms. Law enforcement launched a comprehensive search. Days later, nearly 400 miles from Baltimore, they found her in the small town of Massillon, Ohio, located about 25 miles south of Akron. The arrest went down without incident. The woman seen running down East Preston Street was now in handcuffs, facing extradition back to Baltimore to face serious charges. Investigators circled back to what started it all. That argument, the banging on doors. The alleged injury that Unique claimed happened to her. They needed to verify every detail to build their case. They pulled surveillance footage from nearby businesses and homes, talked to neighbors who witnessed the confrontations, interviewed anyone who had knowledge of the ongoing dispute between the two women. Because there's a difference between reacting and retaliating. When the case was presented to the Baltimore City State's Attorney's Office, they reviewed all the evidence, the video footage, witness statements, Unique Thorne's own statements to police, and the circumstances surrounding the incident. They charged her with first-degree criminal charges. The charges reflected that this was not a spur-of-the-moment action but a deliberate act, indicating that prosecutors believed Unique Thorne had time to consider her actions and made a conscious decision to pursue and harm Shakima Turner. Some said she was defending herself after being confronted at her home. Others said Shakima shouldn't have come to the house in the first place, but that didn't justify what she did. But in court, none of that discussion mattered. What mattered was what the footage showed, what the witnesses testified to, and what she told police during her initial interview. The evidence was clear: she had time to walk away. The alleged threat had left her property. The women were fleeing down the street. Instead, she chose to pursue the group with the intent to harm Shakima Turner, and the man they were fighting over still hasn't said a word publicly about the tragedy that unfolded because of the dispute over him. 2 young children lost their mother that day, a mother taken from them in an instant over a dispute that should never have escalated to this level. 1 woman gone, another behind bars awaiting trial, and a video that still plays on loop. Shakima Turner's children will never get their mother back. Unique Thorne's future hangs in the balance of the legal system. Remember, danger can wear a friendly face. Stay aware, look out for others, and reach out if you need help. See you in the next case on Deranged Women. Thanks for watching.